I wanted to share an experience I've had now, and it's quite long, so sit down, relax. I was doing a practice session with one of my students, and we're doing a past life regression this week. So we had a beautiful session for her, and it was my turn. And we did the script. We go to the method I like to use the most is going to the Hall of Records, and from there, like being in a lovely room, and I decided to allow it to be whatever comes, not limited because as a student, whatever, I felt comfortable with her and to really explore it further. And I got to give myself permission to go there, to just go and whatever I need to see. And as soon as she started, I'm like, okay, now you're going there now. And I started to see this kind of like in a 2001 movie. There's the scene that he sees like all kinds of the matrix kind of grid, and then he flies through it in a very fast way. And I felt that and I saw that very clearly of seeing it and going through it through this kind of matrix. But I feel like, okay, I'm going through it, but it's part of the experience, not like just to go through it. But this is what I'm here to learn, to how to go through it. And then it came out to just nowhere, kind of a void, and start seeing things basically of the overseers of Earth, and being shown started like showing this scene of this uh, even before there were animals, there were like plants on Earth, and going through the process of like really seeing it, feeling it, and then planning the next step. As the overseers of Earth, we were like, and I was sharing that with her. We are like really sitting in a council in a group similar to this, kind of a group, and able to project our intentions and what we see and how it will happen, and as we create things on the Earth, and going through that process of creation of what they call evolution. Is first of all, evolution is not only a reaction to the environment; it's also a lot of intention that goes into it. What is created and what direction it takes. So we were sitting in this group and allowing ourselves to go through again a very highly dimensional seeing through all of the probabilities and what will happen, might take place if we take things in one direction or another. So allowing ourselves to see it, like when we brought like animals to this earth, and how that, and we saw the evolution of it. So they're showing the dinosaurs as the first, again, dominant species, and where it would lead, and taken from this. So that whole process was beautiful to see the decision making, the intention decision making of the overseers of the earth, and how it evolved. And for me, it was also a personal message to see that and allow myself to not limit myself, and see how we are all actually creators and creator beings. And the higher we go in our level of consciousness, the easier that process becomes, because here in a very dense experience, it takes a long time to create. As we go higher and higher in our densities in expanded consciousness, it becomes easier and easier, and things can manifest instantly. And reminding ourselves that we're not so limited as we think we are. We are feeling that we are in this matrix, in this space of, this is what we know, this is what we're being accustomed to and what we're used to doing, and knowing that we can break away from that limiting belief of ourselves. So it was quite an experience. And then she asked all kinds of questions. Unfortunately, we didn't record it. That was the the bummer. We didn't record it because she was asking some questions, and I was giving all kinds of interesting answers, which I don't recall anymore. But that I can bring in more of that stuff, and I will bring more of those things, of more of higher dimensional beings, and channeling them, and allowing others to converse with them and do work with them. So I will be doing more of that, and to stop trying to look small and limit myself to what others can perceive. So I wouldn't feel like I'm just grandiose person that, oh, they think you can do that. I'm not. And actually, I've been limiting myself to like, okay, I don't want to be that person that overthinks of himself. So, but in some way, I actually caused myself a limitation in that, and not really allowing myself to be all that I can be. So as I go through this beautiful process of expanding myself and growing into who I am, I will bring more of that forward. So if you have any questions, anything you want to ask the overseers or other highly evolved beings, creator beings, please send it to me. Send it to me this as a comment on this video, or what would you like me to answer some questions, and I'll start doing that. Okay? So let's continue this conversation, and more to come. And showing people, again, that part of the idea is to show people how to do that and to get out of space-time continuum and experience life and being in higher levels and bring that understanding to here and now. All right. Talk soon.